six physical parts. What are these six physical parts? Number first part here, this is northern mountainous region. This region is known as northern or northeastern mountainous region. Number second part, that second part is present here, this green part, Gangetic Plain or northern plain. Number third part, it's present here, this is Western Desert. Fourth part is this part, and this part is known as Deccan Plateau. Fifth part is present here, this green part and this part. This is the coastal region, so it is also known as a coastal plain. And the last sixth physical division of India is islands. Where are these islands? First, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and number second here, Lakshadweep Islands. So these are the six physical divisions of India. The first division, Northern Mountains. For Northern Mountains, we have read so many things in our previous class. So today in this class, I discuss the Northern Plain. So our today's topic is Northern Plain. Where are these plains? These plains are present from here, Punjab, Haryana, then Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Assam, this northeast portion up to Arunachal Pradesh. These are present here. So this area is known as Northern Plain area. Why this area is known as plain? Because the land is flat. And this land is so much fertile. Here a lot of rainfall is here and water quantity is very high. This area is getting a lot of water. From where this water comes? So we know that this is our northern Himalaya, and this Himalaya contains so many glaciers. And when the ice of these glaciers melt, then what happens? Rivers originate from that area. And that rivers flow through these area, then they fed with water, and this area become fertile and getting a lot of water. Why this land is so much fertile? Because when these rivers flow, then they also bring fine clay or silt or gravel with them. So when they bring that clay or silt with them, then that clay or silt is fertile, so that productivity of soil increases and crop also was better. So this area is fertile and water quantity is high, so the crop production is also high in this area, and land is flat. So now in this chapter there are some new words for you. So I explain you these new words. Now my first word is alluvium. Number second, basin, and number third, tributaries. So the first word, that what is alluvium? Alluvium means when these rivers flow here, then they bring silt or fine clay or gravel. So they deposit near their bank. For example, this river is flowing here, then that silt and clay and gravel, these things deposit on the bank of this river. When they flow in their path, then it deposit here. So this deposition of these three things is known as alluvium. Now, what is the basin? Basin means this river is flowing and flows single. How? For example, this is river Ganga. After flowing to some area, when it flows here, river Ganga originates from here and then it goes in this area. From here, Yamuna also originates, and then Yamuna also join this Ganga river. So when another river, any another small river, or it may be larger river or smaller river, so when other rivers also join this river, this is third river that join. So the water of this river also mix up with this river water. Then these small rivers are known as tributaries. Okay, students? So you know all three words. What is alluvium? Alluvium means deposition of clay, silt and gravel on the bank of this river. Then this area is known as alluvium. Then basin, the area which is fed by the river water is known as basin. And tributaries are the smaller rivers which join this larger river. Then these are known as tributaries. Now students, there are three main rivers in this area, in Northern Plain area. What are these three main rivers? Number first river is Satluj. The second one is Ganga, and the last one is Brahmaputra. So these are the three main rivers in the Northern Plain area. So these three rivers make three basins. So first we learn about Satluj basin. So the first is Satluj basin. What is the Satluj basin? In this Satluj basin, this area is present here that it fed the Punjab and Haryana. So these two areas are under Satluj basin. From where this Satluj river originated? This Satluj river originated from Tibet, and from Tibet it fed these areas, give water to these areas, and then come to Pakistan, and it joined Indus river. So it originates from Tibet, and from Tibet it gives its water to Punjab and Haryana. After giving water to here, it goes in Pakistan and join the Indus. This is also name of a river. Now, before going and join to Indus, one tributary is also there. Tributary, you know, the smaller river, and that river is Vyas river. This Vyas river, it also joins this Satluj river on this place. In Punjab, Vyas is also joined there, and then both of these rivers combinedly go and join the Indus. So this is the Satluj river basin in this area. What are the main cities which are under this basin? So the main cities are Jalandhar, Chandigarh, Amritsar, Panipat. These are the few of the main cities which are getting water from Satluj river or its tributaries. Now there is one project of India, the largest project on river, that is known as Bhakra Nangal River Project. Bhakra Nangal River Project. What is this Bhakra Nangal River Project? That there is one dam. India construct a dam on this river, Satluj river, and the name of that dam is Bhakra Nangal Dam. Actually, students, it's not a single dam. Two dams are there. One dam, this is the name of a place. So one and another dam in Nangal. So there are two dams. Why dams are there? Why we construct dam? Because when we need water for irrigation, giving water to our crops. What is irrigation? Irrigation means giving water to our crops in our fields. So for irrigation we need water. Number second, for electricity also, to generate electricity we again require water. So what we call it electricity? Electricity which we generate from water or with the help of water is known as hydroelectricity. So the Bhakra, here the dam is constructed in Bhakra to make electricity or hydroelectricity. Number second, the second dam in Nangal, that is for irrigation. So that's why we need to construct a dam for electricity or for irrigation. This is the largest river project of India, and the height of this dam is second largest in the world. Okay students, so they provide water or feed water in these two areas, Punjab and Haryana. Now what are the crops? Rice, wheat, jute, sugarcane. These are some of the crops which we are growing in this area. So this is the Satluj river basin. Now the second river basin is Ganga basin. So we can write here Ganga river basin. Where is this basin? This basin is present here on east of this Satluj basin, here in Uttar Pradesh. Then the next is Bihar, then Jharkhand, and then last West Bengal. Up to here, this area is known as River Ganga basin. From where this River Ganga originates? So Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier. Gangotri glacier. This glacier is present in Himalaya region in Uttarakhand. So from there, this river Ganga originates. After this river flow from Uttarakhand to here in Uttar Pradesh. When it flows, then up to Haridwar. Haridwar is the plain area. Before Haridwar, this river flow in mountainous region. This flow in this southern mountainous region, but after Haridwar or from Haridwar, it comes to plain area by making this plain area fertile. So when it comes here, then again another river also comes here. This is also a main river, but this is known as a tributary of Ganga. Name of that river is Yamuna. This Yamuna river originates from Yamunotri glacier. So it originates from Yamunotri, and Ganga originates from Gangotri glacier. This is not the main river. This is a main tributary of river Ganga, and both of these flow here. River Ganga flow here, and then river Yamuna, and both of these rivers meet together in Prayagraj. Previously it is known as Allahabad, now it is known as Prayagraj. So these two rivers meet at Prayagraj. They join in this area. That area is also known as Sangam. Sangam means tributaries of river Ganga. What are these tributaries? What are the name of these tributaries? So we must know these things. Number first, Ghagara, Gomti, Gandak and Kosi. All these four rivers, from where they are coming? They all originate from Himalayan region, and from here Ghagara, then Gomti, and then Gandak, and the last in this Bihar, here comes Kosi river. So these rivers also join this river Ganga. So these are the tributaries of Ganga which originate from Himalayan region. And not only these four are tributaries of river Ganga, there are some other rivers which are tributaries of Ganga. What are these? They come from south. From southern side they go in river Ganga. What are the name of these rivers? Number first river Chambal. That river goes from here, river Chambal. After Chambal there is Betwa. This is Betwa, and then Son. So these three rivers, number first Chambal, number second Betwa, and the last one Son. Out of these three rivers, these two rivers join river Yamuna. So you can understand that this is river Ganga, and in this river, this is Ghagara, then Gandak, Gomti and Kosi. These rivers join this river. This is river Yamuna, Chambal, then Betwa. So these two rivers join this Yamuna, then Yamuna combinedly join this river Ganga, and Son directly join to this Ganga. So these are few of the tributaries of river Ganga, and they flow together and then fed this region, making this region very much fertile. They deposit a lot of silt and clay so that this region become fertile. When this river Ganga goes here in West Bengal, then it again divides into two branches. What are these two branches? This river Ganga divided into two branches. The first branch is Hooghly. This is river Hooghly which flow from Kolkata, and this river Hooghly, it flows from here. After that, the second branch is Padma. This second branch, this is Padma. So this river goes from here and it goes in Bangladesh and then go to the Bay of Bengal. This is the area which is known as Bay of Bengal. So the water of these rivers now go into Bay of Bengal. It makes in sea. So here Hooghly comes from this side and Padma comes from this side. Now there is another river basin. The last river basin is Brahmaputra, and this river basin, look here that Brahmaputra river joined to this area. It joined with Padma, that is a branch of river Ganga. So this Brahmaputra joined with this Padma, and both of these combinedly come to here in Bay of Bengal. They are forming a delta. What is this delta? Delta, when these rivers go into sea water, mouth of these rivers. This area is known as mouth of rivers when they meet into sea water. So from this area, the speed of, when they are in mountainous region, then the speed of these rivers is very much higher. Their speed is very high. They are flowing with very high speed in mountainous region. But slowly after Haridwar, when they come to plain area, then their speed decreases. Not only just because of plain area, but a lot of silt, clay, gravel mix in these rivers. So this also decreases their speed. Their speed decreases and slowly their speed becomes too much slower up to here. And then salt, silt or gravel or clay, these all things deposit here near the mouth of river. So near the mouth of river, when they flow in sea, then you can see it like this. This is the mouth of river, and this river water goes into sea. This is ocean. So it goes to Bay of Bengal. Here that clay or silt deposit. So it forms a triangular shaped area. This deposition of silt or clay or sediment that flow with river in triangular shape is known as delta. That deposition of clay or silt is known as delta. And here, where this Brahmaputra river and Ganga river or Padma, the branch of Ganga, join together, they form here the world's largest delta, that is known as Sundarban Delta. It is known as, that is the largest delta of the world. So it is here. And then speed decreases, and in that deposited part, here, this is the delta. The water of this river divided into so many branches. There are so many branches, or you can easily see it in this map. There are so many branches. Because its speed becomes too much slow, so these branches are known as distributaries. Their name is distributary. These are the branches of this river, and then this water goes into ocean. This area, a large area is fed by river Ganga. The basin of river Ganga is largest, and here food, wheat, rice, jute, sugarcane, these are few of the crops which are growing in this area. That's why this area is known as food bowl of India. This river Ganga basin is food bowl of India. Now the last river basin is Brahmaputra river basin. So Brahmaputra basin. The main river in this basin is Brahmaputra river, and from where this river comes? This river originates from Tibet, and from Tibet it goes in this direction, and then from Arunachal Pradesh it comes to Assam, and from Assam it goes in Bangladesh, and from Bangladesh it goes into Bay of Bengal. So the main area or the main plain area in the basin of this Brahmaputra river is here. It is present in Assam. Afterwards, we learn in Ganga river basin also that this Brahmaputra river here, it join with Padma, the branch of river Ganga. It join here and make the world's largest delta, that is known as Sundarban. Sundarban Delta. Now it originates from Tibet, and from Tibet this river is known as Sangpo. The name of this river is Sangpo in Tibet. When it comes to India, then its name is Brahmaputra river. The area which is fed by this river, Assam and Arunachal Pradesh in India, and in this region a lot of rainfall is there, and flood is also frequently because water quantity is higher here. In this area, the main crops are rice, wheat, jute, and tea. Tea of Assam is of higher quality, and it also exported to foreign countries. So these are the three main river basins in our India. Again I revise all the things. The first river basin is here, Satluj basin, and Satluj basin covers the Punjab and Haryana. Vyas is the main tributaries, and Vyas and Satluj, both of these go in Pakistan and join the Indus River. The second river basin is Ganga basin, and then Ganga comes here from Himalaya. In Ganga, Yamuna is the main tributaries. They join at Prayagraj. When they join, then that place is known as Sangam of these rivers. After that, so many other rivers, Gagra, Ganga, Gomti and Kosi, these are few of rivers which comes from Himalaya region and they join river Ganga. And from southern side, there are Chambal, Betwa, Son. Few of these rivers those go from south side and they join river Ganga. River Ganga flow here, and then when it comes to West Bengal, then it divided into two branches. The name of these two branches are Hooghly and Padma. Both of these branches go into Bay of Bengal. Hooghly goes from Kolkata and Padma, it's joined with this Brahmaputra, and they form Sundarban Delta, and then go in Bay of Bengal.
Okay students, now it's time to learn about the life in these river basins. The first river basin is Satluj basin. Main states which are under this Satluj basin are Punjab and Haryana. Chandigarh is the capital of both of these states. Chandigarh is a very planned and very beautiful city. The other main cities of this region is Jalandhar, Ludhiana and Amritsar. Amritsar is famous for its golden temple. The rivers which are included in this river basin are Satluj, Vyas and Ravi. Bhakra Nangal Dam is built on Satluj river. Here in this basin the land is very much fertile and has abundant supply of water. So the main occupation of people is agriculture, cattle farming and dairy farming. The main crops in this region are wheat, rice, sugarcane, gram, millets and vegetables. Farmers use the scientific modern way of farming. They use tractors, tube wells, harvesters and use the good quality of seeds for their crops so that the yield is of good quality. Now the languages which are spoken in these areas are Haryanvi, Punjabi and Hindi. Main festivals which people celebrate in this area are Lohri, Basant Panchami, Baisakhi, Guru Purav and Diwali. The folk dances of peoples are Bhangra and Gidda. Now the next river basin is Ganga basin. Ganga basin includes the following states: Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal. The main river in this region is Ganga river and the main tributary of Ganga is Yamuna. There are so many other tributaries of Ganga. These are from Himalaya, Ghagra, Gandak, Gomti and Kosi. And from southern side, these rivers are Chambal, Betwa and Son. Now one by one we discuss about the states of this region. The first is New Delhi. New Delhi is the capital of India and it is famous all over the world for its monuments. What are these monuments? These are Qutub Minar, Red Fort, India Gate, etc. Languages spoken in Delhi are Hindi, Punjabi and English. The main festivals of Delhi are Dasara, Diwali, Holi, Eid and Christmas. The second state is Uttar Pradesh. The capital of Uttar Pradesh is Lucknow. Main crops which are grown here are sugarcane, rice, wheat, pulses and oil seeds. Uttar Pradesh is famous for its weavers in whole of the world. Banarsi sari and Lucknow chikankari are the fine examples of weaving skills of the people. Languages which are spoken in Uttar Pradesh are Hindi and Urdu. Here also the main festivals are Dasara, Diwali, Holi, Eid and Christmas. The next state is Bihar and Patna is the capital city of Bihar. Main crops which are grown here are sugarcane, rice, wheat and jute. And the languages are Hindi, Bhojpuri, Maithili and Urdu. Main festivals which are celebrated here are Dasara, Diwali, Chhath Puja, Eid and Teej. The next state is Jharkhand and the capital city of Jharkhand is Ranchi. Damodar river flows through the Jharkhand. The next state in river Ganga basin is West Bengal. The capital of West Bengal is Kolkata and the main crops which are grown here are rice and jute. Here people make handicrafts like bags and carpets. The languages spoken here are Bangla and English. Here people are fond of art and music and Kolkata or West Bengal is famous for its Durga Puja. It is the main festival of West Bengal. Now the next is life in Brahmaputra river basin. This region includes the area of Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. One by one we discuss about these states also. The first state is Arunachal Pradesh and the capital of Arunachal Pradesh is Itanagar. It is famous for its bamboo dance and handicrafts. The river which flow here is Brahmaputra and the main crops in this region are rice, maize, millet, wheat, pulses, sugarcane and oil seeds. The main festivals are Chokor, Losar, Torgya and Monpa. The next state is Assam and the capital of Assam is Dispur. The largest city of Assam is Guwahati. Assam is famous for its tea or the quality of its tea. The main occupation of people is farming and sericulture. What is sericulture? Sericulture is the rearing of silkworm. Okay students, now you have to revise all these things. Okay, thank you.